Alright everybody, it's been a long time since I've made a video. I've been busy. Today we are upgrading the alternator on my 6-liter F250. Basically, anytime I start it up, it's not charging for a while, which I know is common because of the glow plugs, but also I've noticed it just not getting up above 14 volts while driving around, especially if it's like hotter outside. So what we have for upgrade here is a 230 amp Leece Neville, I think I'm saying that right, Leece Neville, from thickandrepair.com. They sell this. They also sell a deluxe wiring kit, which I did not buy. I figured if I'm gonna spend that money, I could spend about the same money. It really did cost about the same amount of money, but buy the supplies, the tools, and have extra cable, extra terminals laying around at the end of the day. So that's what I went ahead and did. But if you don't have any other projects that need battery cable stuff, I would just go ahead and recommend their wiring kit. Let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery on both sides here. Alright, so to get the belt loose here, put a breaker bar through here, pulled that back, then had to pull on the belt some more. This wasn't enough room to pull the belt straight back. So, and then you just lock the locking tab down here. So yeah, now we can just pop that off. All right, took the positive cable off for the alternator, and then got the connector off. I just used a pair of pliers and a screwdriver because I don't have those ultra strength diesel tech hands. Now we should just be able to remove these 3 bolts and it should come out. Okay, so I didn't buy the kit. I don't know how long to make anything, so we're gonna go ahead and terminate one side and then we can kind of go from there. As far as the wires, this is gonna be the ground wire that will go onto one of the mounting bolts. This is just 1/0 gauge, or however you say it, welding wire I bought on Amazon. It's with a ring terminal and heat shrink. I'm just gonna crimp this with this hydraulic crimper that I also bought on Amazon. It's a 16 ton. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, it's crimped on there. Just tweaked, just to tighten up the heat shrink. Okay, so I've got the alternator just loosely installed in the truck. Your ground wire is going to go under this mounting bolt over on this side. And then on here, your stud for the power, however you want to call that. Put your factory charging cable back on there. This cable on top, and we're gonna route it over this way. And I just have them non-terminated right now, just the full length. So we'll figure out where those go next. All right, so I just got the ground cable terminated on this end. This is gonna go down in here. Remove the intake pipe just to make it a little bit easier to see / reach. Let me fish my hand down in here. See that frame ground right there? We're gonna stick it right there. So I'll show you once we're done. Okay, you can see where the ground cable is bolted in down there. Kind of hard to focus in, but and then it just runs along up here, up, around, and over. All right, so now this power wire. I need to put a fuse block about right here, so we'll do that now. So probably a little weird, but this is where I decided to mount the fuse at. I didn't really want to screw it into the side of the truck, and this was like a nice big spot. It's sturdy. I put some electrical tape on it just to kind of give it like a rubber insulating effect. Probably doesn't actually do anything, but whatever, it's already on there. So yeah, now we can terminate this wire to there, and then one from here to here. It'll be nice and short, which I don't know if that'll be good or bad. and then throw the fuse in there. Just wanted to kind of show you guys the process of terminating the end here. Someone drives 60 miles an hour down the road. Oh, they almost died. Alright, so I'm just cutting the insulation off the outside here. Try not to take too many of the copper strands out, because you kind of defeat the purpose if you do. Alright, so this just kind of slides over. Get all your copper strands in here. Slides over like that. Now, you're gonna take your clippers and spread them apart. See if we got room, not tight. Put them up a little bit more, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna start clamping it down until it's snug here. It's kind of like a three-hand operation. I'm just pushing in at the same time I'm clamping it. And we're just going to run it down until it's completely touching on both sides. Pull it out. It looks like that. And we'll slide this over. And I'm going to wait to heat shrink it because this one's pretty close to it. It'll probably start to shrink this one up too. So, but I think you guys probably can imagine what it looks like to put a heat gun on that. So now we'll just do this one. Alright, got our fusey boy in here, going to the battery. Alright, so basically our alternator wiring is done now. What we're gonna do now, we've got our radiator mounting brackets off, the intake out. We're gonna add another ground from here over to the block. And then we're gonna do the battery interconnecting aspect of this. Basically, it would be a kit. It's part of the deluxe wiring kit from ficumrepair.com. Like I said, I did not buy their kit, but I would recommend it if you do not wish to have the tools to do this at a later date. So we're gonna run this thick boy from positive to positive, and then we'll add some insulation to protect it from the radiator mounts, and then we'll also add this ground from here over to the engine block somewhere. I'll have to look at the instructions again. Okay, so I got the truck all back together. I ran out of time whenever I was filming the other day. I had to be somewhere, but basically got this wire connected to the other battery, so it runs from here along over here to the battery, and then an additional ground on this battery, and it goes over to the thermostat housing. The instructions on the ficumrepair.com whatever said to ground it to the engine block, but honestly it was super difficult to get a bolt in there, and I don't think I had one that was right thread size, so just threw it on the thermostat housing. Should work. That concludes this video. Thanks for watching.